Hello, friends. Welcome to the Your Story Within podcast. Today, I'm kind of on my own. I don't have my podcast partner, Melanie, with me. So hopefully I'll be able to take care of all this technology on my own without too many issues because I have 7 wonderful author tools I want to share with you. And that requires doing some on-screen sharing and some video sharing and whatnot. So again, we're in this together, folks. All right, so the first tool I want to share is a tool called Scrivener, and then I'm going to share a tool called Vellum. Both are classified as, I guess, book formatting kind of tools. You can also do some editing in there. Some people use it for editing, that kind of stuff. But book formatting is what I think of when I think of Scrivener and when I think of Vellum. So let me pop up on the screen a quick video. It's like 30 seconds because who can say it better than me but the company. Scrivener did this cute little video clip, so I'm going to share that with you right now. See if I can make that bigger.
Typewriter, ring binder, scrapbook. Scrivener combines all the writing tools you need to craft your first draft. And you can take your writing with you wherever you go by syncing between your Mac, Windows, and iOS devices. Writing a long document involves much more than just getting words onto the page. Scrivener is tailor-made for creating lengthy manuscripts, banishing page fright by allowing you to compose your text in any order, in sections as large or small as you like. Got a great idea but don't know where it fits? Write when inspiration strikes and find its place later, growing your manuscript organically, idea by idea. With Scrivener, you can switch between your text and an overview in no time. Add a synopsis to your chapter or section, then zoom out and view just the synopsis to work with an outline of your manuscript. Want to change the order of things? In Scrivener, turning Chapter 2 into Chapter 4 is as simple as drag and drop. Scrivener's flexibility means that you can hammer out a first draft and restructure afterwards, or plan everything first by creating a synopsis and filling in the text later. Need to refer to research? In Scrivener, your background material is always at hand. Write a description based on a photograph, reference an audio file, or check your notes. Scrivener allows you to keep everything you need in one place, organized however you like. Once you're ready to share your work with the world, simply compile everything into a single document for printing, self-publishing, or exporting to other popular applications. With Scrivener, the page is yours. So get writing.
So what a cool tool, hey? So admittedly, I have just started using Scrivener. I will talk about Vellum in a minute. Vellum has been my choice for book formatting up to this point, but I love as a nonfiction writer that I can actually use Scrivener to save the research that I'm doing, graphics, those kinds of things, all in one location instead of, you know, when you're using your computer and you're saving it to OneDrive or Dropbox. I have so many different repositories that I use nowadays. Sometimes it gets confusing. So I like to have all of my book-related things together. So Scrivener is becoming a new favorite. And let me just say, all of the tools that I'm sharing, the disclaimer is I'm not affiliated with any of these. I'm an author just like you, a very new author, started in 2019. So my goal is just to help make your life easier, not to get you to buy any of these things. If you like them, I ask you to, you know, check them out on your own and make your own decision. This, again, is just to help you. The tools have helped me, and I'd like to, again, help you. All right. Oh, we got a comment from Crystal. Awesome. Good, good. I hope Christian checks it out. I think she would really like the tool. All right, so that's Scrivener. Again, that's book formatting. Now, again, we're going, technology here. So I got everything set up. So hopefully I'll do this right. So let's see. The next one is Vellum. I'm going to pull that up on the screen here. All right, hopefully everybody can see this. I don't think I can share myself on here, so again, hope everybody is seeing this. So Vellum is a tool. Unfortunately, it's only available for Mac. It's a software only available for Mac. However, there is a workaround. I don't have a Mac. I actually have a PC. And I was able to use this tool by just getting what they call a Mac in the cloud type server, which basically turns your PC into a Mac machine. Anyway, so there are workarounds if you want this. If you're interested in this after I show you and you have a PC and you're just not sure, then just let me know. Make a comment in the comment box and I'll be happy to share information on how you can do that. Anyway, so this is kind of what it looks like. It just takes your Word document that you upload and it gives you the opportunity to transform it into these beautiful book files. So you can create ebooks, box sets, advanced copies for your advanced reader community, that kind of stuff. It also creates your print book. So I know as a new author, it started to become very overwhelming when I had to figure out, well, which number do I put on which page and how do I get it to lay out this way, and then what do I do with this page? And it became overwhelming. Well, Vellum takes care of all of that. This is what it looks like when you go on the application. It's really simple. It gives you a copyright page, a dedication page. You create your chapters, and then it formats it. And it's cool because the way it changes up the style is amazing. You have lots of styles to choose from. And if you see on this other screen here, you also have lots of formats to choose from. So that's Kindle Fire, you got Kindle Paperweight. You can do again, like I said, the print version. There's an example of print version, all of same style. Let me see if it'll change it. Yeah, so if you want to change up the style, you get all these different options. You can kind of watch it scroll through there. And it's really neat. It's really as easy as a click of a button. So that's why I like it. I don't have a background in graphic design. Fortunately, I have a wonderful graphic designer who can actually do all this stuff. But for me, the do-it-yourselfer who at times needs to just get something done, this is a tool I use. So check it out. Again, many different formats. You can preview it again in that screen. When you go to generate it, it allows you to generate it in many different formats. So I know for me, again, as a new author, I wanted to post on Amazon. Well, that requires Kindle, and that's a Mobi file. But I also wanted to post on Apple and Google and Barnes and Nobles and all of these other platforms, and that requires another type of file. So then I needed an EPUB or a generic pub, or all of these things. And then your print file is going to be different because that's going to be downloaded as a PDF. So Vellum just made it simple. It was as easy as checking the boxes, click, 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 as you see here, green check marks, and then generating, and I'm done. As far as updating, you can go right back into the system, make your changes, print it out again by generating it, and you're good to go. Very easy. So what kind of things can you create in there? Here's sample books. I think if I can bring this up, let's see. So all of these books were created using Vellum. You upload your cover in there, and then you just format your book. So pretty easy. Again, very easy. All right, let's see what's next. Now, I don't know if I have to stop or if it will allow me to just go to the next one. So to be safe, I want to make sure I bring up all the right things. So I am going to go back into StreamYard here and then just reshare. So you got Scrivener and now you got Vellum. So now I want to talk about Grammarly. So let me go to Grammarly. And Grammarly, like Scrivener, has a cool little video. So let me go show that video. Back in here. And hopefully I didn't just accidentally delete that video. Oh, no, there we go. All right. See, technology. Where is Melanie? All right. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that screen and get back into StreamYard again. Okay, so what did you think about that? I thought that was a great example of what Grammarly can do. I love Grammarly. Now, I will say that I do have an editor. Melanie is actually, not only is she my podcast partner and my strategic communication specialist, but she is a phenomenal editor. But before I send my books to Melanie, I use Grammarly. I go through and I make sure that it's as clean as possible before I share with her. Now, you may wonder, I have a PhD. You see my degrees on the wall. Why do I need Grammarly? Because my PhD is in organization and management and IT. So not literature or grammar. Okay, so I need help. And plus, having come from an administrative background, you know, I started off as an administrative assistant many, many moons ago. I learned from day one that when you're the one typing up the letters or the reports or the papers, your brain misses things. So Grammarly is a wonderful tool that helps you catch some things. So I love Grammarly. All right, so book editing, Grammarly. Now, I will say there is another tool out there. However, I have not used it. It is called, and let me make sure I get this right, Pro Writing Aid. Pro Writing Aid is a good alternative, I'm told. I don't have an example to show you, but you might want to check that one out, okay? Pro Writing Aid. Again, I've only used Grammarly. All right, so the next tool I want to talk about is author feedback. So book covers, right? We send them to our friends, right, authors? Which cover do you like better? Well, our friends love us. They don't want to hurt our feelings. They want to make sure that even when they give us feedback, it's softened, right? They don't, again, want to hurt us with their feedback, especially if they know their friends, such as me, are more sensitive. I'm very sensitive. I'm such a sensitive individual. So it's not that I don't take constructive criticism. Absolutely. I want the feedback. But sometimes I think it's, I feel like it's a little harsh and they don't mean it to be, right? You know? So anyway, to eliminate that whole issue, I have another tool I want to show you. Let me bring that one up. This one's called PickFu or PickFu. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? Anyway, so what this one does, I'm just going to put it on. There is no sound with it, so it's just a video, but watch this. Oh, I guess there is sound.
We all judge a book by its cover, so why take chances? Get unbiased feedback before you publish with PickFu. Ask hundreds of readers what they think about book covers, titles and subtitles, blurbs, and author bios. Target respondents by gender, age, education, even by preference to fiction or nonfiction. Readers vote on which option they like and explain why. In just minutes, you'll have actionable research to help make your book launch a success. Try it now at PickFu.com. PickFu, real consumer feedback in minutes.
Okay, so PickFu. Now we know, PickFu. That sounds so much better than how I was saying it. Okay, so I'm back in here. PickFu. I loved the concept with this one. I'm getting ready to try this with not my next book because the cover's already in the works, but with the book I'm working on after that. Yes, I have several books in the works. Because I really want some unbiased feedback. I mean, that's just the best way to say it. Unbiased feedback. And I don't want to keep burdening my friends with every book I write, you know. Here's another book by Jeannine, right? So I want unbiased feedback. And when I was researching the tool, it also said you get this like actionable report that says why, you know, these people picked your book cover over the other cover, or, you know, option A over option B. And so it gives you some, not just that, oh, I like option A, but it gives you some good sound feedback as to why. You know, sometimes we don't get the why of a response. So I really like that tool, and I will be exploring it and using it for a future book cover. Okay, it does a bunch of other things, but the biggest thing I saw that would be beneficial for me was book covers. Check it out if you like it. You know, let me know what you think. Okay, so this is another one of my favorite tools, and I do use this often. This one's for author market research. Have you ever wondered how much a book is making, or what would be a good book genre to get into? There's so many like subcategories for these things, right? And it becomes overwhelming. You can spend hours and hours and hours researching, or you can use a tool like this. I'm going to show you. This one's called Publisher Rocket. You take that off the screen there. And I'm going to try to do two different things. So let's see if this is going to work. So, all right. So this is Publisher Rocket. And Publisher Rocket looks like this. So you can go in and check out the competition. It's called Competition Analyzer. There's a lot of actually other categories in here, but going with their little screenshot here. So look at Stephen Hawking. So here's a book from Stephen Hawking, A Brief History of Time. How long ago was it printed? 3,479 days. Here's the number within Amazon, number of pages. Yeah, you can read all this. This is how much, even though it's that old, how much it still makes every month in sales. Okay, and this is just for the ebook. I believe that's the ebook, or maybe it's the book. But my point being is, it's still making, after all of those days, $4,172 a month. Okay, so what can you do in this thing? You can look up keywords. So I think this was actually a keyword search using Competition Analyzer, and they just typed in the word space. We could have put in, say I was looking for an author, I could have put in Stephen Hawking and it would have come up. Okay, so you can do keywords, you can do competition, you can do categories. So have you, you know, if you've already published a book and you've loaded it up onto you know, Kindle, the Amazon self-publishing tool, and it asks you categories. And there's a whole long list of all of these different categories, and you don't know which to choose. Well, this tool will actually tell you what categories would work well for your type of book based on your research. I'm looking to see if they had another. Yeah, so keyword search. I don't know if you can see that well, but I'm going to try to take you, if I can, into my Publisher Rocket, because I do have it. You can see here that you can export it, but let's see. Let me see if I can come out and actually go into mine. I don't know, folks, if I'm going to be able to, but we're going to try. So let me go back to StreamYard. Let me go back to share and see what we can see. Oh, I think this is it. Oh, I think you can see my Publisher Rocket. I'm going to look over here at my computer real quick to see if it's changed. And then I'm going to show you a couple things. Yes, so I see that it is up on the screen. So if I go again to that competition analyzer, I can type in any name. So let me type in, let's put in a prominent author, like Patterson. James Patterson. Let's see if there, what comes up. Oh my gosh, look at all these books. So this is just the ebook category. So let's see one of the new ones. Oh, this book isn't even out yet, I guess, according to this, because it says -4. Excuse me. When it's like -4, that means it's coming out like in 4 days. I think that's what it means. So it's probably on pre-order, and based on pre-order, it's already made $5,986 in monthly sales. Not that that's so important. The more important thing is, you know, if I wanted to know the book categories for that, I would just click on categories. Now I know that that book is under mystery, thriller, and suspense, mystery, international mystery and crimes, and you can see on the screen all of these different areas. It's so cool. Now that was for the ebook. What if I did a search on, I'll do another prominent author, I think that's how you do it, Grumley. And I'm going to do print for this one. So book is print. I think it's Grumley. Yeah. So I'm reading a book right now called Breakthrough that I really, really like. And so I can look at his categories here, which is kind of cool. And then I can also, it doesn't show the age on here, and I'm not sure why on that one, but we'll keep moving on. And this is what he's making in monthly sales, apparently, with this particular book. So it's kind of neat that you get that information. The more important information is like this keyword search. So let's say, let's go back to that space category and see what comes up. Hopefully we'll see Hawking again. Well, let's just say we're writing space books. So I'm going to come up and I did the keyword search. So it tells me under space, here's all the categories of books in Amazon that are related to space. And at any time, let me see if I can scroll down here. I can click this analyze over here and it'll tell me. So space, the number of competitors that write on space or at least have books on a title of space or theme of space, I should say, that's a lot of people. That's 59,896 people you would be competing with in Amazon for a book on space. Now, you can make some decent money, $5,580 a month, but again, how many people are going to get that if you have all of those competitors? This is the number of times it's the word space is searched for in Amazon, and this is the competitive score. Now, the competitive score tells you how hard it would be to rank your book for that keyword, with 0 being easiest and 1 being hardest. So new authors, it could be really hard because this has a score of 95. But the beauty of this tool, I'm going to go back in, and I did see, let me do romance. Okay, let's let it process. And then I know I saw in here, I mean, you do want to analyze things. So romance, a lot of people. But what if you narrowed romance? What if you, you can keep analyzing? What I like to do, instead of going through this whole thing, is I like to open all of the analyzing up, right? So I can see all of these words, see what comes up, and then I export it. And then I go through, so I don't have to keep looking on screen. I export it to an Excel spreadsheet, and then I go through and I can see all the numbers. And that tells me, oh, what if I did, let's narrow it, Christian young romance. What would come up? I don't know. Let's see, boy, it's a lot it's a lot smaller of a list. Oh, less competitors, 14,000 is still a lot. The competitive score is still 61. What about young adult fiction? You see what I'm saying? It's just a great tool so you're not on the internet trying to figure out what would be a good one. Oh, here's one. Christian young man, only 7,000 other competitors, but look, you could probably rank higher because the score is only a 20. Remember, 0 is the easiest, 100 is the hardest. You could rank Problem is not many people are searching for that. It's less than 100. So the key I have discovered is you want a lot of people searching and you want a low number. So keep messing with it. And that's how you do your research on, what would make a good story in a good genre for other people, you know? I'm still learning, friends. I'm still learning, but this has proven to be a wonderful tool. So I wanted to share it with you because this has saved me tons and tons of time. Plus, I can go in and look at my own sales for my books by using this tool as well. So I get to check out who my competitors are, what are they writing about, so that I can learn too. So I can learn the process. And it also saves with you know, when I'm doing ads on Amazon and stuff, you can actually do on this one. And again, I don't, let me just put in, we'll do space again. I don't know why I'm on a space kick today, but we'll just type that in there. It's loading. Now this is actually keyword search on Amazon, and there's different ways you can search. So Amazon will show you some suggestions. And then there's an Amazon A to Z suggestion search. So once you do that, you hit your filters and then you apply. So I'll just keep it all checked because I don't, and see, maybe space wasn't a good one for the Amazon search. But check it out. I think you can do a free trial. I would just go to their website, which I shared on the screen. Gosh, I wish I would have come up with a stronger word. I really wanted to show you guys how this works. So let's do romance. I don't, maybe I'm just not doing it. Right? These are typically not things that I would look for. So actually, well, I'm going to let you guys search on that. There's lots of categories. Again, you could do a keyword search, competition analyzer, categories if you're trying to search for a category. And AMS keyword does come up. I'm wondering if it's because I'm trying to show this and load it at the same time that nothing's showing, because I can't imagine. We already know there were lots of people for space and romance, so why didn't it show up? I think that's a technology user error issue. All right, so I'm going to close out of that, and I'm going to go back into our wonderful tool, StreamYard, and move on to the next one. So our next tool then is, so last week we had Damon Courtney come on, and he talked about BookFunnel, right? So BookFunnel is great because he had mentioned it's book delivery, but I love it for the promotional opportunities as well. So let me bring it up and go to this one and go here. Now, what I like about it is I know I have a little bit of a technical background. You wouldn't know it by some of the technologies I experience and you see live. However, BookFunnel makes things so easy. So have you ever heard of those landing pages? Create a landing page, they say. Well, it's not as easy as people make it sound. In BookFunnel, it's so easy. So this is an example of what a landing page looks like. And all you do is load your book, okay? And then create a little tagline here, and then a little, you know, book hook or something that, you know, you want your readers to see. And then a button pops up that says, get my book. How easy is that to deliver your book? So this is great for times when you have to send your book to a beta reader, or you're trying to get honest reviews and somebody says, can you send me the file? Oh my gosh, when I first started writing books, trying to send somebody that large file via email was horrible. And then you couldn't even track it. You know, then you're like, did they get it? Did they not get it? Why didn't it go through? You know, it was a huge mess. And then I found BookFunnel. BookFunnel makes sending, you know, reader magnets, those advanced review copies. Say I'm trying to get new readers to sign up for my mailing list, you know, my newsletters, that kind of thing. So easy. And then you can do also direct sales. They have sales promotions. They have newsletter promotions. So anyway, it just makes things so easy Let's see if there's anything downloaded. No, I don't want to download anything, but I'm trying to see if there's anything in here that shows a little bit more. I wonder if I can explore without getting too crazy here. So you saw the landing page I just showed you. It really is that easy. And then you just send people a link and they just download it from whatever program they want to use. And I do promotions as an author. This program connects other authors. So I can see a promotion that's being offered, sign on, say it's nonfiction Christian, okay? I can sign on with other Christian writers. I think the last one I did had 28 other authors or 20 other authors. I've done several now, so I don't remember. But and there it was, a whole page of all of these Christian authors, and you just click on it, and you either get a free ebook if it's a newsletter promotion. So sign up for one of these authors' newsletters, you get the free ebook. That easy. But it was a way to collaborate with all of these other people. You can do sales promotions too. You click on the book, it takes you right to, Amazon or where else your book is located. So it's wonderful to use to collaborate with other authors, because I'm still new, just like you, trying to find my way. And what a wonderful tool. Going back to the newsletters thing, these are all of the programs that they integrate with, so to make it even easier. So I use MailChimp. I have used ConvertKit, but I like MailChimp. And so when I'm doing one of those newsletter promos I'm telling you about, I just make sure that they're connected. I check the box. I want it to go to MailChimp. I select which newsletter in MailChimp, and it does all the work for me. So I highly recommend you check this out if you're trying to get with other authors to collaborate and get your name out there, and find other people like you that are writing similar books. It's hard when you're a new author. We need to lift each other up. So I highly recommend checking this one out. I'm gonna close out of there, back into StreamYard. And then you saw we also had Kathleen Sweeney on a couple of episodes ago talking about Bookbrush. Friends, if you can't afford, we're all new authors, right? So I told you, I'm fortunate, I'm blessed. I have a wonderful graphic designer. We had Crystal, my graphic designer, on the show. She was one of my first episodes for this podcast. She's amazing. She is my go-to person on probably 90% of my graphic design. For the other time when I like to mess around and play with graphics and whatnot, I'm nowhere near Crystal's ability, but sometimes that do-it-yourselfer, learner in me wants to try. And so Bookbrush is that tool for me. And I think it is wonderful for helping new authors who don't yet have a lot of money to spend for graphic designers and social media folks and marketers and that kind of stuff. So let me go in and show you real quick. And I recommend you go back to Kathleen's episode. I want to say it was episode 6. You can see it on my website. Just to go to my website, www.JeannineBennett.com, and you'll see it on the podcast page, Kathleen Sweeney, and you'll see the little logo for Bookbrush. She did a tutorial, so wonderful tutorial. But I'm going to bring it up real quick for those of you who haven't seen it yet, missed that episode. So here's Bookbrush. I'm not going to go into the tool, but I'm just going to scroll down and let you see what kind of things it can do. So you can create book covers. You can turn those book covers into other like mock-ups. So these are all mock-ups. So here's an iPad, a phone, an audio. You can, cute little mock-up shows an audio thing. So here's another way to do it. Here's all the books. So this is series, book 3 now available. These are all mock-ups. All you do is click a button and it puts your books right in these mock-ups. How easy is that? This one, you can add all these fun little by me icons. You can create this graphic. You can look at the mock-ups. Again, you just click a button and it ends up in all of these different types of mock-ups. It's that simple. It literally takes like 2 seconds. I love it. I've actually used this background and put my book in here over Christmas. Let's see what else it's got. And then, oh, and I'm using this one right now for a Bible study I'm doing on Tuesday nights. So my book is right here. But anyway, you see all the different things you can do. So it allows you to add text, add what this is called a stamp. I call it a cute little graphic, but it's truly a stamp. You can do 3D covers, so you can make these covers. You can do backgrounds, so very cool mock-ups, right? And then there is a little 5-minute tutorial on here that kind of takes you through everything Bookbrush does. But again, just go to my podcast page on my website and look at what Kathleen actually did. I was looking to see. So here's look at this, all these 3D covers that you can do with a click of a button, all the same book. You can do as many books as you want, you know, your books. I love this because have you ever wondered how on earth do all these authors do these book reveal pages? Right here, book reviews. And what about trying to show your children's book? I would love to do a children's book about my dog, Chance. You know, he usually comes in and out of my podcast, so he's a regular visitor / participant. But today he's decided to stay sleeping in the chair, so he hasn't moved. But anyway, the newest thing, look at this before I move on. See, squirrel. Anyway, book covers. Look at this. You can create paperback, ebook, audiobook. The beauty of this is Bookbrush has hundreds, probably thousands of ready-to-go covers that you just change. You don't like this guy, go find another background, but you still have the format, okay? So you still see from a design perspective what kind of font looks good, what colors look good, that kind of stuff. You have all that available to you. And then, and I love the private Facebook group. That is a wonderful tool for other authors to, you know, work through things. And the most recent one, and I don't see it on here, is book trailers. Now they're doing these wonderful like video trailer things. I haven't tried it out myself yet, but I have signed up so I can do that. And anyway, so I really wanted to show this because this is a really good tool. This takes you beyond what some of the other social media tools use or offer. So I love Canva and I love Adobe Spark is my graphic, I don't know, not design, Crystal, I need you. What the heck is that called? Do-it-yourself social media creation tool. I love it. I use that one probably every day. But this goes beyond that because I don't have mock-ups. I don't have book trailers. I don't have examples to go by, and that's where Bookbrush comes in for me. Anyway, so let me stop sharing this screen and get back into our StreamYard. So today I have shared 7 popular author tools that can help you. I shared, again, book formatting. We got Scrivener and Vellum. Book editing, we got Grammarly, and I talked about, what is it, Pro Writing Aid. It says prowritingaid.com, so check it out. That you may like that one better. I use Grammarly. I haven't used the other one yet. I'll check it out. I also have Melanie. She's my go-to editor. And then we have author feedback tool, PickFu. We now know how to say that, right? How cool is that? Unbiased feedback. That's priceless. I really got to check that one out and use that one for an upcoming cover. Then I talked about author market research, Publisher Rocket. You know, I showed you some information in there. I wish I could have done a better job of showing you all of the features, but just go check it out, Publisher Rocket. You know, it's worth reviewing at least. I talked about book delivery and promotion opportunities with BookFunnel. You can also go check out my podcast page on my website, just JeannineBennett.com, and check out the podcast with Damon Courtney, where he talks a little bit about it. And then, of course, Bookbrush, and I said Kathleen Sweeney and another podcast. Check that out. So, oh, I got a comment. Hi, Millie. I have Millie on here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Love ya. All right, so that's all I have for today. So a little bit shorter. Man, last time we went over like an hour. We were past our hour, but it was such a good conversation. Today, we're a little short, so I'm giving you some time back. We're at the 40-minute mark, so not an hour today. If you have questions about a tool that I've used or a tool you're thinking about, put it in the comment box. I'd love to hear what tools you're exploring or have used or liked. Perhaps we'll get a representative on to take us through the tool or talk through. I think when I was talking to Damon, Damon and Kathleen, I learned new features I didn't even know existed in both of those tools that I was already using. So who knows, we can help each other. The other thing is next week, I'm going to bring some new authors on, people just like you and me who are feeling their way out, you know, in this author journey. And we're going to talk about lessons learned and some apprehensions before publishing that book, the process, those kinds of things. So tune in next Thursday. That would be, I believe, the 25th. Yes, the 25th at 11 a.m. And again, as always, if there's anything you're wanting me to bring up from a publisher, author, marketing, any of those kinds of perspectives, put it in the comment box or send me an email. Let me know. I'm happy to do that. Happy to bring you what you want to hear or to help us all learn together. That would be great. So let me bring this up. That is all I have for today. Thank you, friends. It was great being here. Hope you like the tools. Again, let me know what you think.